Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ren, coming to you live from, of course, home because we're locked down. So this is another episode of University of the Bahamas and UB Athletics off season. If you've not been tuning in, you want to go back on the page, you can see over 20 episodes of us having conversations with student athletes, coaches, administrative leadership staff, athletic trainers, alumni, and of course, you. We have conversations. We have a conversation with you. We want to know how you're doing during what we call this off season, and what that means is sports in the country and actually around the world are being shut down, right? For our athletes, they can't work out together as they normally did because of COVID-19, the COVID-19 pandemic. So we started this during the first lockdown. We were looking to end this week because a lot of people thought, hey, sense of normal is coming back, the country's opening up, the borders are opening up, but no. We are in lockdown 2, so this is officially off season 2. And it's my pleasure to come back to you guys. Thank you for tuning in all through the first lockdown. Of course, this one we're talking to another one of our student athletes, UJ, Ujama Johnson. And he's one of my favorite basketball players on the team because he has something I think a lot of people lack, if I could be honest. So if I could person for the Mingos brand, it would be this guy right here. So tune in to figure out why. UJ, you in? I sweating today, y'all. I sweating today because you know what? I can't do it. I was trying to sweat, but he ain't happening. I gotta cut on the AC. Cause Sasha could be making fun of me if I sweating. No, UJ in the car. So UJ in the car, I can sweat. I can sweat for UJ. You saying, but everything good?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
You in the car because the AC in the car? You in the car
Of
because
course, of course.
wow? But I say
Inside,
y'all can't
inside do what? Inside do what?
say outside. So I actually can't bear it. I said I was gonna do that episode without the AC. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, dog. Just closing all the windows. Close your window for me, please. I out there sweating, man. Boy, that bill could be high this month, but I'm gonna get it. Well, I coming right back, UJ. Right back right now.
Take it down. Take it down.
No, I can't take my time, but taking time around here. We on a show, we live. The people don't want to see, right? We're in hell for the people. I learned that one from Shake. But UJ, the first thing I have to ask is, I think the first thing somebody thinks when they have weird names like Renbert and Ujama, what's your name mean?
First of all, the correct pronunciation of my name is Ujamai. Ujamai Johnson.
I ain't gonna lie, they smart because it sounds like you're saying
Ujama.
Jamal. No. Ujama is like saying like your Grammy. I feel it. I feel that to the man. Anyway, what does Ujama mean?
Freedom. It means freedom. My father's father named me. He used to travel Africa a lot, so he just decided to give me a African name. I didn't get to meet him because when I got a certain age and actually understood my own name, he
Hmm.
already passed. So
Well, that's a lot. RIP to him, and also I believe your dad too, right?
yeah, so
Yeah. So that's a lot of heavy stuff. And even as a young man, I have to ask, with so much history behind it, and it sounds like you have a strong family sense of family. Um, how does that help in your development as a young man, having that strong sense of family?
uh, because I know how my mother and father's personality were, like they strong, they already built strong, so they did a good job raising me. So I never saw them cry or anything, or mope around. So I just try to live my life like them, and basketball help with that a lot. So
That's
yeah,
I wanna, just for notation, Ujama is the very thing that I know I might jack up. because I've been saying you Jama for so, because they're saying Jama Nation one chant,
Real,
UJ
real.
Jama, they're saying all kind of stuff, but everybody's wrong. It's Jamai, sorry, see, doing it right
Yeah.
there. So for the show and honoring and respecting what your grandfather said, I'm gonna call you UJ for the show, of course.
Yes.
And I actually wanna, because that's a good segue into my first question for you, which was, what was it that allowed you to stick on the bench on the team? And it sounds like some of that was the discipline of your family. But my first question is, and openly, I always salute your attitude, bro. Not much people, and I used to play sports. Not much people can sit on the bench and wait their turn. Some people go off to the next college, some people switch teams, some people play against you in the league, but not much people could sit and actually wait and develop for their opportunity. And this season, last season, you've been tremendous as a starter for the team. And I want to kind of go into that on this episode of our season. So my first question is, what was it that was put into you to allow you to be this person? So kind of touch that story you were giving us about your family and basketball.
I appreciate that. First of all, appreciate that. Now to be honest with you, UB was not my first choice. I was not planning on coming to UB. As you know, I graduated from Kingsway Academy, and my final head coach was McCarty, Mr. McCarty, Mikhail McCarty.
Mm-hmm.
So I was used to being a starter at Kingsway. So
Mm-hmm.
after graduation, I went to a lot of showcases, a lot of different showcases to try go off to school. And it was one particular coach that recognized my potential at St. Louis Christian Academy, but they was only offering me a partial scholarship. So I talked to my parents about that, about how they feel, and they helped me make a decision about coming to the University of the Bahamas because it was a partial scholarship versus a free scholarship at the University of Bahamas because my father worked there. So that was like a gateway there. Now, when it came to the team, I really was not excited to go in on COB team because all the backlash I was getting from that. But I loved basketball. So I went to the athletic director, Miss Roll. She said, go to the practice. That was probably a Monday I went to her. And she said, go to the next practice Wednesday morning. When she told me it was 6 o'clock in the morning, I was like, whoa, hold on now. 6 o'clock in the morning? This ain't for me. So going there and I observing the team. They was already running up and down, playing 5-on-5. I observing the team and I'm saying, this what I come and do? This what I come and do? So I come in with a confident mindset. Like I could beat everyone I look at.
Boom.
So
Hold on, for the record, who do you remember inside that first practice you observed? Any names you can remember?
now, because I knew my position was point guard, I only looked at the point guards. But I only remembered Shaky, Ramon Diaz.
Okay.
Already,
Okay.
I already noticed him. So I say, okay, that's the man who was off the ball in the hand.
Mm.
When it was my time to go on the court, I guess coach wanted to see, like, he wanted me to showcase my talent. I tried, the longest thing I tried to do was show him up. I tried to show Shaky up. It worked a couple of times. And boy, Shaky said, nope, you won't come and take my spot. So,
All right.
yeah, I respected him one shot. So, now when it came down to the games now, because I already come with a mindset that I was starting from high school, so I have the wrong mentality. First of all, that was the wrong mentality. I thought I was gonna walk in and just, but it was a humbling experience for me because I learned to grow. I learned to grow in this program. It wasn't just a walk on and just be upset that I was benching. It was like a transformation experience, I should say. So, the first season, I was really upset with benching. because like I said, it was
And
a
that's
youth trip.
honest. That's honest.
But
That's honest.
but
I was wondering, but I was like, who was in Joy benches? But anyway, I respect that, but I respect that honestly.
yeah, but to be honest with you, I was close to quitting actually. But
Ooh.
Rashad stood up. He talked to me. A lot of them talked to me. I was blessed to be a part of a team full of leadership. That whole starting five: Ramon Dames, Justin Smith, Kimsey, Sylvester, Rashad, and Justin Monroe. All of them was leaders. Even the people on the bench. So they like, keep your head up or whatever. Don't be down on yourself. And that helped me to, you know, be excited about growing and getting better.
Boy, this a part I didn't even know this part.
Yeah,
Kimsey encouraged you, boy.
no one
Mother,
knew that.
Kimsey actually,
No one knew that.
gets encouragement. I didn't even know that. Shout out to Kimsey. I thought the boy was just petty, 100%. But this is good. So of course, and I think the funniest part about your journey is your hair grew with it. So you came in a short hair, UJ. You was UJ with locks. It's just hilarious, right?
I
But
started trend.
start the trend. So what else happened? So that's your first season. Give us, I guess, the in between. Who is calling me? I should have cut down this. Anyway, give us the in between. Let me cut that off. 1 second. Wait. Oh, sure, I put that on. Do not disturb. My bad. The international client. Gotta get to the later. All right, cool. I bought. So, Kimsey encouraged you. Who do you remember coming on the team with you? I can remember who came in, but who came up? Who came on the team with you?
I remember me being the only freshman to make the team when I came. I was the only freshman to make it because not everyone was dedicated to waking up 5:30 in the morning for the 6 o'clock workouts, and I guess a lot of them had the wrong mentality.
All right. And now
So
let's go into, and I'm sorry not to cut you,
no,
but I actually
no,
want to touch, which is like the in between for me, which is that summer. I know Coach Barker's had a summer run where y'all went in the gym every day. It was you, Chris, Donovan? Yeah, I think Donovan.
mhm.
And y'all literally hit the gym like 3, 4 times a week, as well as hitting the actual physical gym to work on your strengthening. And then all that workout, Timmy was with y'all too. So Timmy was there too.
Uh,
And then, and I want to touch this because it's like that in between before you start. And you did all that summer. I saw the shots. We got all that footage. I lost the footage, whatever. That's forgive me, right? But after that, you still was on the bench. Tell me how your head was, like what was in your head at that moment.
uh, I already accepted the fact that Shaky was the leader. He was like the point guard, the main point guard. So I didn't look at it. I wasn't down or whatever. And I'm not a person who into stats and all that. I just want to win at the end of the day. So I could bench 2, 3 games in a row, and I still gonna be the one clapping. I am the loud. I could try to be the loudest on the bench. I ain't care who watching me or whatever, but I already accept it from an early point. So
Now you gotta hit that right there. What is it, boy? What in you? Just share with us that spirit, I guess, or what is it that motivates you to be loud despite losing, or be encouraging despite benching, or be present even if somebody is like, boy, we losing bad. Like, what is it that makes that what I call the UJ factor?
I mean, I look at it. It's a bad luck if everyone's sitting on the bench just down, head down, down by down by 5, down by 10. I feel like you should always encourage people who playing on the court at that
Hmm.
exact moment. Because if nobody in the fans cheering no more after we losing, who else could cheer for you? So at least your own teammates should, you know, cheer you on and give you confidence to keep going hard for the rest of the game.
And of course, this leads us straight into slightly before, of course, Shaky graduate, the beginning of the, I almost call it the wrong thing. I'm going to call it the UJ chance and the UJ time. Coach Barkas highlighted that one game when he subbed you in The team was down. I highlighted the fact that you hit an amazing three-pointer. You were hustling. You hit back-to-back points. We caught up within 8, and of course the team did the rest. But how did that feel? That moment, taking that shot, being called on to now be a force on the court. How was that reality?
It was a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie, it was a good feeling. But I remember being on the bench for that particular game, and I knew when I stepped on the court, I know I was gonna shoot. I know I was gonna shoot because I already, watching the whole game, but
Right.
you want me to go on the court and not do nothing, so miss or hit, I wouldn't have mind. But like I say, it was a humbling experience.
Bro, that wasn't an easy three you hit, but that was like you was Steph Curry in that, bro.
Okay, you don't gotta. No, let's not run out now.
No, but you was beyond the line. Nobody guys you just took it, and I teased Barkers for the moment because when you did it, Barkers was like you, and then at the corner, and Barkers was like well, there it is.
Boy, one thing I used to is getting involved from coach. You gotta be coachable. You gotta be coachable on this team because coach would it would look like he picking on someone, but he only trying to bring out the best in you. And I learned that early. So.
And then let's lead to the last one that I love. Recorded game. You can go to our YouTube page if you want to see it. The whole stadium chanting UJ, 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 UJ. Bro, it's like it's a wonderful chronicle, a wonderful story, and now I think even a testimony. Now talk about that moment where now you're the starter, after homecoming, be playing games and it's hard because, you have Kimsey. You have Kimsey and you got Robert Joseph who doing that thing, but now you have, of course, been chosen for the skill challenge for the New Providence Basketball Association, and at games, there's now a fandom. And of course, I don't need to say who it is. You have always had a number one fan, putting mangoes on anything with UJ name on it. I keep around the person name and stuff. But now you have numerous fans, including director Joe Stubbs, of course, the athletic director Kim, and more, who are celebrating and saying your name during the game. Talk to us about that feeling.
Boy, that was a feeling. That was a good feeling. But players like Kimsey and Joseph, they made that easy. They made that easy for me because everyone put the pressure on them. So without their good talent, there's a lot of good talent on the court. But without their good talent, I wouldn't have that moment. I wouldn't have none of those shots because the defense went to them. So, yeah, so.
And ladies and gentlemen, of course, UJ shared his childhood, and I think it's very touching. But I want to go a little backward again to ask about maybe where did this, 1 second, just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, apologize for this. Mom! Close your door, please. Ladies and gentlemen, my mother's Teresa Monomore. She's a unionist, and she around people on the phone. She's very loud. Anyway, but yeah, so let's talk about the beginning of basketball before we get into the question and answer segment. And ladies and gentlemen, please drop your questions in the columns, please, for UJ. Y'all, I ain't shame. This is a live show. We in COVID lockdown, meaning I stuck in here with my mom. I ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. It's a real show. What y'all think? Y'all thought Roddy Monk is there? Ain't no queen up in here. All hail Kim. She give all us the job. Anyway,
come on.
So where did this love of basketball of all sports come from? Or I actually asked a better question. Is basketball the only sport?
Basketball was not my only sport in high school. I played volleyball for my final year. I wanted to play volleyball from grade 10, but grade 12, I decided to play an extra sport where I happened to win MVP for that. So I fell in love with volleyball.
You won MVP for volleyball?
Yes, sir.
UJ, who I bet $50 with. This kind of gambling in y'all. This motivation. I bet UJ $50 if he could dunk in one game. I will come on the court and give him 50. The man tell me he got volleyball up. and he ain't dunk yet. UJ, it's Sunday. What church you going to today? That's all I want to know. What church you going to?
Mount
Because
Olive.
you weren't telling the
I
truth.
grew,
You win
I
an
grew up in
MVP in
Mount
volleyball
Olive.
and you don't get up?
I grew up in Mount Olive Baptist Church.
It's a Baptist too, Transfiguration Baptist Church, but you have volleyball up. You get MVP and you ain't dunking.
Man, you don't gotta try to show me a play that, man. You know, come on, man. Come on, dunking and everything. Dunking and everything.
It's something though. It is something. It is something. So touch. So only volleyball and basketball then.
And basketball. I started playing basketball from the age of 4, actually. I grew up watching my brother, who was not actually that good. He was playing on, crate, when we had crate on backboard on the lamp pole. I grew up playing with all them. So my love for basketball started from a really young age.
Okay. And
sorry.
Never any other sport, not track, not soccer, just always basketball and volleyball.
Yeah, it's just basketball. It's just basketball and volleyball for grade 2.
That's a deep
love, man. When I was in grade 5, a coach, Randy Cunningham, he helped my game tremendously, and he helped me fall in love even more with the game. So I appreciate him for.
Well, now did you say somebody helped your game? I think that's another good segue into what I want to ask. UJ, let's talk about this shot of yours. There's something called a fundamental shot. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, if you play ball, you know there's the arching, you know, the flicking. There's something called a fundamental shot. Things that look pretty, Steph Curry, you know, Ray Allen shot. Then there's Sean Marion and other people like the Lonzo brother, the Ball brothers. I don't even know what that is. I ain't get off King yet, but let me finish this. Then there's the UJ shot. It looks like a chest pass, but then it forms into a flick of the wrist. UJ, the shot. Where you learn that shot, bro? Where you learn that shot?
Everything cool.
This off season, y'all. We lock up in the house. This is the most entertainment y'all could get today. This is ESPN. UJ, where you learned that shot?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. From grade 7 to 12, I probably had 5 different coaches trying to change my form. And those different coaches still ain't get me with one simple form. Then I come to college. Coach tried to change my form on the first year, and he realized it wasn't working out. But at the end of the day, the shots going in. The shots going in.
So,
all that matters.
So honestly, you're living up to your name, freedom. Freedom. Don't lock down the shot. Let the shot be free.
Wow.
Let the shot be free. I respect that, man. But all jokes aside, UJ, thank you so much for opening up about your passion and motivation. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you represent what the brand represents. You know, Mingo is about togetherness, it's about sacrifice, and you've made the decision to play with us for a very long time and contribute to the program. So I want to say thank you, of course, from the brand and, of course, the athletics department. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I know I was getting off, but we got to hit some questions. Let's see your questions that you have for UJ today. We're taking questions, anything you want to ask him. No, he didn't go to SAP, he went to QC. Kingsway, sorry. Oh, let's talk about that before we go into the questions. Y'all drop the questions, but Kingsway wasn't really good at ball, though.
I knew.
Kingsway wasn't good at ball.
Kingsway was good at ball. My last 3 years. And my junior.
Kingsway was beating Sock?
We were actually. He's winning the games in regular season. Yeah, you didn't want to be there.
I can leave that alone. I know about it. Anyway, I'm proud. He proud. Y'all is a proud Kingsway Academy graduate. I can't even diss his school. I have so much distance I could do towards the school, but out of respect for you, I won't do it. So we're going to wait on questions from people. UJ ain't about no, y'all start commenting. Drop the questions, man. Focus. Give me some questions. But again, thank you for tuning in. We have a good audience today. I guess whenever we get locked down, people is popping more. So I've seen a lot of comments, still waiting on questions. Oh, will you ever cut it? Will you ever do, who cut their head? Will you ever do a Ken?
Not anytime soon. The
All right.
possibility out there, but not right now. Not right
Yeah, I feel you. I just started mine tonight. Really almost beat me also. I ain't cutting nothing.
now. I ain't gonna comment on that. I ain't comment on that.
Nobody knows she long way. She like way down to the box now. Don't do that. Don't disrespect me. And my ear actually lock like so.
Everything good.
Yours
Everything good.
twist. You see yours twist. You don't know it. Lock. My hair is lock.
Come a long way. You come a long way.
Yeah, but you know, after I see Kimsey grow his hair, cause you know when I saw Kimsey was bald headed. So after I see what Kimsey could do, and that boy don't have good hair, I was like, anything is possible, you know.
Like I say, I start the trend.
I believe you. I mean, nobody else other than Julio and Ken was putting the light colors on the end of their tips, but you started. That's white right here. You started. You started. Oh, somebody asked when are you going to Turks and Caicos again? Are you from Turks?
Boy, no. It was 3 years ago. We used to travel Turks like every summer. So
Okay.
yeah, with Randy Cunningham camp,
Mhm.
win a couple games. You know, good times, some
That's
good
fair.
times.
That's fair. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2 minute mark. We're waiting on your questions. You know, if you don't drop any questions, we end the show. So this is your chance to talk to you, Jay. You have a lot of people tuning in. I hope y'all ain't tuning in just for me getting off. I just in that mood. It's a good Sunday. I go on vacation tomorrow, so I just in a good mood. Who's your favorite basketball player and why?
Uh, Paul George. At the moment, Paul George is my favorite basketball player
Big
because
Y. Big Y. The she right inside a small W. I just put a big W. Why?
he's a two-way player. He's a two-way star. From he first went in the league, he just kept going up and up and up. So, and I was a guy who liked defense. So, from I see he loved defense and as an offensive player, I stick with him. I stick with him. Uh, Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly.
Yes, the bench back to starter. How was that?
Oh, breaking
I guess they're talking about when you were a starter in
breaking
high
up.
school, being on the bench and back. How was your transition from being a starter to the bench and back to being a starter? You can hear me?
Uh, like I said, like yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Like I said earlier, it was a humbling experience. I came in with the wrong mindset that I was expecting to start straight from high school. So when I went to University of the Bahamas, I expected to be in high ranks already. So going on the bench just made me watch and learn the players ahead of me. So it was a good transition. It wasn't totally bad. So
Okay. LeBron or Jordan?
I wasn't
I take that
around.
question very seriously. I take that very seriously.
I wasn't around in Jordan era, but I gotta go with Jordan. After watching The Last Dance and watching most of his highlights, gotta go with Jordan.
Okay. How do you plan to play ball after college? And if not, what's the plan?
I do plan to play basketball. Ain't stopping. Basketball ain't stopping for me, and I aspire to be a coach one day. I want to be a coach and host a basketball camp actually one day. So that's my 10-year goal. So if I'm not playing basketball anywhere, that's what I'll be doing, coaching.
Excellent. Who pushes you the most out of your teammates in practice?
He want me to say him. He want me to say Chris. That's why he asked me that. Right now, I push myself. No, Chris. You don't push me.
Chris Jordan mentality, boy.
Push myself.
Who's the most competitive in practice?
We talking about conditioning or skill wise or on the
Both.
court?
Give us the answer for both. Conditioning wise, who's the most competitive, and then skill wise, who's the most competitive for you?
Boy, conditioning. I gotta give that to Chris. Chris, he's come like he run on diesel. He don't get tired, but I know my pace I is good with. So I do after getting this belly during the quarantine. I felt I did a good job during Sasha intense workouts. Now on the court, the most competitive. Everyone is a competitor. I won't answer who is the most competitive, but I could say all of us have a competitive mentality.
Excellent, man. And we're getting a lot of comments about Chris. Shout outs to Chris. Chris tunes in every show, actually.
Chris is a machine.
Thank you so much. He tunes into every off season. Definitely is the biggest fan of the show. Any more questions? We still got UJ online. Any more questions? You're on standby. And great answers, by the way. It shows a lot of team work and competitive nature and sportsmanship. They need to put you on radio. You ready?
Thank you.
All right. But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is not going to be the only place you get to hear UJ. Because we're finishing signing a deal with 10th year seniors, and we're looking to launch our first episode this coming Wednesday on 10 Year Senior Networking Podcast. So you will hear UJ again, and the international market will learn about him. And of course, we're hoping that could open up some doors. Can you beat Corey on one-on-one? Who's Corey?
Come on, man. Come on. Let's not embarrass ourselves on this live.
All right. The second one is, can you beat Sasha one-on-one?
Sasha. You gotta give me your intense workouts before you try and beat me. Because your workouts don't play. I ain't gonna lie, your workouts don't play.
Sasha on the next level, but ever since she had this child, like, I don't even want to work over though. She on that next level. Like, before she used to run like 3 times, then come to your practice. I see videos of Sasha running like 12 laps. Like, man, if you're scared of her, you gotta stop.
Chris, I could give you 20 points and I could beat you 21-20. Let's stop that.
I apologize. PJ Plax. I don't know who is PJ Plax.
That's Corey.
Corey from the team? Oh, sorry. But I have a cousin named Corey. But I thought this man named Corey, son. My cousin, you know the one where I tried that summer? I thought this man my cousin.
Oh, no. Corey, you on the team now.
No, but Corey, sorry for that. Oh my goodness, Corey, sorry for that. This is a good lesson. Y'all need to stop making these Instagram names that don't have your name in it. You just confuse me. I don't know what a PJ Plax is. That is a rated Plax. That don't make no sense.
Ask him what that is.
Chris Swift, thank you. At least Chris, his name, Swift. The thing that sometimes the nets do, and then other times it's Swift because it don't hit the rim. It just hit all nets, and then it don't go in. Chris Swift makes sense, you know? G Hall makes sense. Lil Man UJ makes sense. He plays small. You know what I mean? But PJ Plax. PJ could be point guard, right? I don't know what a Plax is. Anyway, y'all are just getting off at this point. But I want to also ask about your career and your major. So what are you studying right now at the University of the Bahamas? Of course, you're coming up to graduation. And what do you aspire to be one day in life?
I study in finance and banking right now. Always wanted a high position in the bank. So one day, I want to work in the bank whilst being a coach part-time. That might not happen. It may happen. Just leaving it up to God. But that's
the coaching definitely would happen. I mean, UB is going to make a way. And with a great attitude like yours, I think we're going to make a way. The banking opportunity, let's make that happen because UB needs you to be there. We need when we asking for a little something. They be like, University of the Bahamas? Only 20,000? Only 20,000? Who send that? Ms. Rowe? Tell her come to my office. Come to my office. And she come there, big sign saying, UJ, not, they ain't gonna say your first name, you know, UJ Johnson, director, executive director or something. Kim just come in there, yeah, see the chat. You wanna take a picture too? Nah, I speak that though. I speak that, bro. Pursue finance. Of course, you know, in this world, everything that we would have learned, anybody who's watching, everything that we would have learned in college, even in high school, the world has changed. So even now, finance is still a major key. Tapping into it, if you be into any one of the Solomon Fresh markets, you know, Bitcoin's machine in there now. So the world changing. So you're in a good area. Utilize it to the best of your ability. I don't see any more questions. So again, you're at the 2-minute mark. Once 2 minutes pass, of course, we'll end the show just to be respectful to the audience. But we have a high number of people in here and you're engaged, so I don't want to leave before you get your questions handled. Checking the next question.
Someone asks, who's my favorite teammate?
I think they keep asking you the same question in different ways, but answer that one, please. Like, who is the most competitive? Who you most get? Like, somebody trying to get you to say something.
I don't know. I don't understand. Now, favorite teammate of all time? Have I been playing basketball or which season?
During your University of the Bahamas career, I'm gonna take it over. During your University of the Bahamas career, who would you say is your, and including the people who graduated, who's the best teammate you've ever had?
I wouldn't say I have one favorite. I don't have just one favorite teammate. I love all my teammates. I loved all my teammates. Everyone is get off. Everyone had a positive attitude. Now the one person, like I said, who stopped me from quitting was Rashad. So I'd say Rashad was the one I looked up to the most. Cause
don't worry, you don't have to say no more.
Raised my head.
What he going to do, boy? He going to sock, boy. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say it's been a great show. This has been your off season with Brent. We're here with UJ. I don't see no more questions, but I think it's a good. Nah, I lie. I see one more question, but I think it's a good point to always end with a good sock notation, like Rashad from sock end show. Anyway, how you project your next season to play out? Ladies and gentlemen, Corey, once again, you crossed it, and I know it's you. Come on, bro. Really? Really locked down. Really, bro? Anyway. No, not gonna answer if he could beat Lefty 1-on-1. Give me some serious questions or we gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Sean, shout out to Sean. Check out Sean episode now on the page. No, we're not. Corey, Chris, and Hall, Lefty. This ain't about y'all. This UJ time. You don't have to prove nothing to y'all. The crowd wasn't screaming Corey. The crowd wasn't screaming Hall, Lefty.
You're wrong.
No? The crowd wasn't screaming Chris Swift. No?
You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that, Ram. You're wrong for that.
They crossing, boy. You can't come on the show I hosting and expect to do this to my timeline. Y'all cross this. I didn't want to do this, but I had to do it. Chris, we love you and your number. Your number reminds us of the mumbo. We ain't gonna never disrespect it. Shout out to Livy. Livy just timing. Livy just to get our session. We only doing questions with UJ. They running out of questions in our last minute. What's your favorite go-to move? Oh, that's a good question.
Cross. Layup. All day.
Cross layup. Man, cross.
All day.
All day? I gotta go watch all these videos. Just cut out all the cross layups and see how much I might get find. All right. Last 30 seconds taking questions. We're about to end. If not, all right. We'll have to call out a show. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your host, Ren, and this is off-season covering our UB Athletics alumni and coaches, saying what they're doing during their off-season. Of course, UJ, we did Sean this week, but you are the first student athlete we're doing in season 2 because, again, we're in lockdown 2. I don't know. Crazy. And you all just did a wonderful piece. If you check out the Nassau Guardian Tribune, wonderful piece of our athletes working out, getting back in shape. I'll be back to Zoom. But any final words to the audience before we leave for the day? Leave Corey question alone. What they trying to do is take your position as starter. They trying to learn your secret. Catch on, UJ. That's why Shakes never used to talk. Shakes always used to talk in the third person. Shakes say what Shakes gotta say. If you don't get a Shakes saying who you gotta ask, Shakes. Only Shakes know. So, any final words of inspiration or to any prospective athletes who are looking to be a Mingo one day?
Anyone who trying to join the athletics department with UB or be a player with any sport, I would say always keep your head up and keep your grades up. Grades are very important in the Mingos University. You can't expect to play if you don't keep your grades up. Also just push for the limit. The sky is the limit. So that's it.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, UJ here. This is your host, Ren. You have a great evening. Enjoy our last hours of lockdown before we open at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Go Mingos.